What's going on, YouTube? Jewfy here. Today's content comes from James Klug. It's titled, Should Children Be Allowed at Drag Shows? Yeah. Should children be allowed at drag shows? Before I start the clip, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now, let's see what the people got to say about this.
Should children be allowed at drag shows?
Yes, I do believe that's appropriate.
If they're
Yes. Bring the kids to the drag show.
parents are okay with it, why not?
Of course, with parent discretion, it's up to the parents, but I would be okay with my kids attending a drag show. I think that representation is important, and I'm cool with my kids being exposed to that.
Do you think that children should be
That's an L parent right there. L parent right there.
allowed at drag queen shows?
Sure.
We got a yes here. Is that correct? Yes?
Yeah. Since I'm being filmed, I'll be polite. Absolutely no.
Do you guys think small children should be allowed at drag shows, like with drag queens and stuff?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Why do you guys say no?
I mean, it's a drag show, you know. Like, there's a reason that little kids shouldn't be there, you know. Like, it's for anyone over 18, you know. I don't even think we should be there, you know what I'm saying?
My answer automatically is no. First of all, it's with the conditioning. So I wouldn't adapt to conditioning the children young. When we're adults, keyword, when we're adults, you can make your own decisions and everything like that. So I wouldn't suggest putting kids in that environment before they are too able to manage their thought processes.
Exactly. It's simple as that. This guy's smart. Look, if your child or if a child happens to get exposed to drag stuff, I mean, it's not far-fetched to think that, because as much as they shove it down our throats, if a kid finds it and that's what he's into, if he grows up to be a drag queen or whatever, then that's fine. You know, he discovered it in his walk of life, and that's what he decided to do after he was 18. You know, almost an adult. That's what he wants to do. But you talking about putting kids in this environment, children, 5 years old, like underneath the age of 10, they have no business being in places like this. Only 18-year-olds should be able to be at drag shows. You know, drag isn't even a new thing. This isn't new. Drag didn't just start in 2020. Like, drag has been a thing for years. Drag was a thing before I was even alive. You know, RuPaul and drag, and I remember all of this stuff from being a child, but we weren't trying to push this stuff on kids because it's sexualized. This is sexualized stuff that these kids are being subject to. And it wouldn't be fine. You wouldn't bring a child to a strip club, or you wouldn't bring a child to a strip club, a male strip club or female strip club. You just don't overexpose your child to sexual themes and sexual acts. That's just weird.
When we're adults, you can make your own decisions and everything like that. So I wouldn't suggest putting kids in that environment before they are too able to manage their thought processes. I wouldn't think so. I would say no.
You have to separate. You have to separate certain things, because at a certain age, they don't understand. You want them to experience other things, yes. But if I take you and I put you in this situation, how are you going to respond in the future?
Should children be allowed at drag shows with drag queens?
Yeah.
Yes, if they're into that type of thing.
Like 5-year-old?
Yeah, if they're into it.
Should children be allowed?
Like, these people saying yes, do they even know what it is? Do they know what they do at these shows? Like, what do they think is happening at these shows? It's just a big kumbaya or something.
At drag shows where men dress up in skimpy outfits, usually somewhat skimpy.
It's mostly for adults. Should be only for adults, yeah.
Well, like, I have a 5 and a 2, but I never let them do anything unsupervised, so it should be under supervision.
Under supervision, they should be allowed at drag shows?
Yeah, I think so.
I put together a few recent viral videos. That's basically why people are talking about this. These are them right here. Okay, so there's children present during these.
Oh my goodness, that's too much.
That's too much?
Yeah, that's too much.
He looked at the phone for 2 seconds and he changed his whole tune.
Shouldn't be for the, oh my goodness, no. Never.
I wanted to show you this and get your thoughts on it. Basically, there's children present in these situations. Okay, so I just want to show you that.
Yo, that's just disgusting, man. It's disgusting. Why do you have your kids in an environment like this? It does not make any sense. You are an L parent. If you bring your kids to an event like that, this man is running around with his plastic boobs dangling all over the place in front of a child's face. This girl can't be nothing but 3 years old, sitting in granny's lap at a drag event. Oh man, we need to save the children.
And I want your thoughts. Those are fake, by the way. They're collecting dollar bills from people.
No. Yeah.
What are you saying no about?
This is a little girl walking around putting dollar bills in a trans person's G-string. It's like the more I speak about it, the worse it sounds. This is not okay. It's not okay.
I don't agree with that. No.
Those are plastic, like fake breasts.
It's still
not okay.
in their mind. It's not plastic. It doesn't
If
equate
I can't
like
go to a
that.
burlesque show,
This is a transgender individual, I believe, allegedly transgender. And I'll show you one more here. This is another one taking $1 from a child and doing the splits.
Yep.
And people are saying yes, that's okay. You're saying no.
No, absolutely not.
Why are you saying no?
It's
I mean, the equivalent to what we seeing in those clips is basically like asking, should a child be able to go to a strip club? Because they're doing they have stripper themes at these parties. Walking around half naked, taking dollars from people. That's a strip club. No child can go to a strip club, so why should they be allowed to go to a drag show? For what? Why? What child needs to see this? And the answer they always give is because it's like, they act like, the people that advocate for this act like if a child doesn't go to a drag show, then they won't know how to treat trans people when they get older or something. They're going to be mean to trans people. It's like, I've never been to a drag show. I've never been to the Pride Parade, but I leave those people alone. I don't mess with those people at all. They're free to do as they choose. They're free to do what they want in this country. As long as it's not breaking the law, cool. You can do whatever you want. Nobody... I really couldn't care less about what a trans person is doing today. I have no ill will against them. You don't need to bring your kid to this, what's the word? You don't need to bring a kid into that environment for them to be, treat trans people like normal people.
Ungodly.
Is that appropriate? Should children be allowed at drag events?
Not those drag events.
These are at drag shows with children present. I'm going to show you this really quick.
Yeah, she's going crazy.
Little. I mean. Now this is these are men dressed as women. And they're men dressed as women.
Right.
Yeah. See, I think a lot of the people after seeing these videos right here, they changed their mind because you just got to see the image and the image behind it. It's man.
However, he just took $1 from a child.
Yeah.
And then this is another one.
I get it. I totally understand why anybody would be upset about it.
The video goes on for a little bit, but I do want your thoughts. Should they be allowed at that?
So they shouldn't be allowed at that show, but that doesn't have to do with them being trans. That has to do with their bodies being exposed.
This individual, I believe, is transgender.
Well, yeah, of course. The trans or not trans, these people are naked. Like that's what's important. They're naked around children, and they don't seem to feel anything wrong about it.
The other one those were like fake plastic breasts, it seems. So, anyways, I'm showing you these because children are present during those.
Okay.
Do you still stand by your answer after seeing that, or do you have anything else you want to add? What do you think? What's going on there?
I don't really need to add anything. Again, I respect parents' decisions.
So, after seeing those, do you still think they should be allowed at drag shows?
Maybe not little babies, but like kids, like they understand it. They'll see it later in life.
Like 10-year-olds?
Maybe a little higher. Maybe not that low.
How low?
Maybe middle school and up.
Middle school?
They'll see it eventually. A couple more years.
And
Yeah, middle school, guys. You get out of school, the bell rings. Hey, guys, let's go to a drag show. Yeah, sure.
In America, obviously, we tend to protect our youth from explicit content, particularly sexual content. That's why children can't go to
Yeah, that's my only question. I'm sorry for stopping this so much. Is like he said, we normally protect children from adult content. You know, you wouldn't want your kids watching P. You know what that P stands for. You wouldn't want your child at a strip club. Children aren't even allowed in the clubs. But for some reason, since it's drag queens, all rules off the table. Kids can be around it. It's perfectly fine. Like, what? That makes no sense.
Like strip clubs or something like that, right? Or it's certainly under the age of 18. Obviously, they're not getting completely nude, but it's pretty sexual, and they're taking dollar bills from children. Is that much different, or what do you think? In your opinion?
Man, it's similar, but
they should be like allowed to do it.
yeah.
All right, you got
Definitely, because they're in that
They had an ad real quick. I just skipped the ad.
with you most definitely, because they're in that development age, as well as the DNA itself as you're developing will change over time. And that's what they're slowly doing with everything on TV. They're changing our DNA subconsciously. So when you're doing that to a young child,
But you're kind of referring to social engineering in a way.
Indeed.
What would be the reason for them to show? You know, you don't want to, I feel like, brainwash them, you know, to put them in that type of, you know. Maybe when they're older and stuff, they kind of realize and stuff. I feel.
Yes, and that is the question. That's also the question that I have. Like, what is the reason? And I think I understand the reason. A lot of people say that bring their kids to drag events and they bring their kids to Pride Parade and etc. is that they want their child to grow up knowing that these people, these gay, these trans, these LGBTQ people are human too, and that we shouldn't judge them and yeah, all that stuff. But my thing is, look, listen, we all get judged. We all get judged for certain things, all right? And just because someone may make a joke here or there or just not really be into your cause, you know, the whole cause, that doesn't mean that you're going to be treated badly. Like, you're treated badly. If someone walks up to you and treats you badly and you haven't done anything to them, okay, fine, cool. But the problem with a lot of these people is that they're very flamboyant, and the reason why a lot of straight people are upset about this type of stuff is because it seems like they're invading our space, pushing this stuff into our space, and to make it seem like it's normal. But parents don't want their kids seeing this stuff. This is just degenerate. It's nasty. No kid should be seeing this stuff. Years ago, I feel like it was common sense that kids shouldn't be around stuff like this. But welcome to 2022.